Hello.
Alright, we
Fucking.
just got done watching WWE Fastlane 2023. Jesus Christ, man. This was the first Fastlane since 2021 when they did Roman versus Daniel Bryan. I think that was actually Daniel Bryan's last pay-per-view match before he left. But,
No,
or was
because it
it?
was Mania.
Oh, yeah, yeah, Mania. That's fucking weird that, like, fucking Edge and Daniel Bryan are gone now. But, um, so we just got done watching Fastlane. I think this is the first time they ever did Fastlane in October. It's October 7th when we're recording this. Show was 3 hours long. Uh, there was only 5 matches. So we watched this with Kyle and Miguel. So shouts out to them. Um,
Yeah.
so the show started. Actually, we do have to talk about the pre-show because something important happened, and so this is gonna be the first time that I'm ever gonna have to put this woman in a WWE thumbnail. I never thought I was gonna have to do that. So on the pre-show, they had a segment where this car pulls in and someone gets out. We don't know who it is, and they close the door, and it's none other than Jade Cargill making her WWE debut, technically. Um, and she walks up to Triple H and shakes his hand, and they start walking together. Uh, so, if you don't remember, back in our AEW reviews earlier this year, we talked quite a bit about Jade Cargill, and at that time, we did not think that she was ever going to show up here to WWE, but crazier things have happened, I guess. And I wonder what's really going
Yeah.
to happen at the end of the year because I don't know if you've seen, but I've seen apparently there's like multiple people in AEW that their contracts are up in like December and shit, and they might leave too. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
Fucking. Well, hopefully.
But so Jade Cargill showed up tonight, and they're really uh, portraying her as this big deal. Um, Now, last time we talked about Jade Cargill, I believe, was at Double or Nothing when she had that awful match with Taya Valkyrie.
Yeah, and then fucking lost. Lost the fucking title to Chris Statlander right after.
Yeah. So, I don't really know what to think about her in WWE yet. Uh, that remains to be seen whenever she has her first match. I'm hoping that she's got better because she's been training at the Performance Center. So, I hope that she's going to improve, but we won't know until she actually wrestles. Um, but nevertheless, it is, I will say it is crazy to see her here. Um, it kind of has that same feeling of like when Cody Rhodes came back, where it's just like weird seeing him on WWE because I was used to seeing him on AEW for so long.
Yeah.
If MJF ever comes, that's gonna feel really fucking weird seeing him in
Oh, yeah.
WWE.
It's gonna feel great, though.
Yeah, but that was like the only important thing that happened on the pre-show. And then they showed the cold open, which had Pat McAfee on it, which Kyle was not happy about. Um, and then they went into the first match, which was for the undisputed tag team titles. It was the Judgment Day of Damian Priest and Finn Balor defending against the simulated universe team of main event Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes. And uh, so Jey Uso came out first. He was wearing this really cool looking blue gear. And then Cody
Yeah.
Rhodes came out, and it was at this point where we seen this specific group of people in the front row that were really, really in love with Cody Rhodes for some
Oh,
reason.
yeah. She's
Where
so fucking cursed.
they had like "We Heart Cody" signs. One of their signs said, "We drove 7 hours just to see Cody." Uh, they had like a Nightmare Family sign and shit, and it was just too much for Kyle. And then the Judgment Day came out, and then they started the match, and the crowd was chanting for Cody. He's so over, and that was the breaking point for Kyle. He said, "Fuck this shit, I'm going to bed," and he left.
Yeah. It was that. Oh, and then Pat McAfee also did the fucking like cold open, so
Mhm.
that pissed him off as well.
Yeah. Oh, and Jade Cargill
uh,
pissed him off too,
yeah.
because Kyle's a super AEW fan, but uh, which you know us saying that it was actually Kyle's idea for us to watch this together. So it's not
Yeah,
like we
yeah.
made him watch it. It was his idea. But so after Kyle left, we had this tag team match. It was a pretty decent tag team match. Typical back and forth, and Jey Uso trying to get the hot tag to Cody Rhodes. Cody being the extremely over babyface in this match. And Judgment Day obviously using Dominic and Rhea to try to get the advantage by doing a distraction, but it didn't work. And then JD McDonough was there, and he kind of fucked it all up because basically Rhea had handed Damian the briefcase to hit fucking, I think it was Cody Rhodes, and then fucking JD McDonough went to swing the briefcase at Jey Uso, but he ducked and hit Damian Priest right in the fucking knee with the briefcase, and then he got laid out on the announce table, and then in the ring, fucking uh fucking Cody and Jey Uso hit this finisher that I never thought I'd see. It was a combination of the 1D and the Cody cutter, and they pinned Finn Balor 1, 2, 3, and Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso are the new undisputed tag team champions. I was not fucking expecting that at all whatsoever. It's like the most
Yeah.
random team to win the tag titles, and um, pretty decent opening match. The crowd
It was pretty
was
decent.
the crowd was extremely hot for Cody. Um, Then we went into the second match, which was the LWO of Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar with Zelina Vega versus the team of Bobby Lashley Street and the Street Profits. I don't think they have a name yet.
No, they don't.
And so basically the whole thing was, it was supposed to be either Cruz del Toro or Joaquin Wild that was supposed to team with them, but they got taken out by the Street Profits. So Ray said he was making a phone call to a mystery partner, and so they came out. Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits came out, and then LWO came out, and then they're waiting for the mystery partner, but no one showed up, so it became a handicap match, and Ray and Santos kept trying to fight off Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, but the numbers game was too much. And they were hitting some nasty looking moves on each other. Fucking Ray was getting thrown around like he was a little kid. And
Yeah.
fucking. And they kept doing this thing where Ray was trying to do the hot tag, and Santos kept getting taken out. And Ray had to try to fight off the other team by himself. And then Santos was taken out, and Ray was trying to reach for a hot tag, and all of a sudden we hear this. So this theme we hear "I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool," right? It's Carlito, but he has a new theme song. I'm not really sure how I feel about it.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah, and
It's like some
so
salsa shit.
Carlito comes out looking real jacked, and he gets in the ring and starts beating up the Street Profits, starts taking everybody out. Fucking, then the way the match ends is fucking fucking Ray takes out Angelo Dawkins, and then Santos takes out Bobby Lashley with a dive, and then Montez Ford goes to kick Carlito. Carlito ducks it, goes behind, and hits a nasty looking fucking backstabber, and then pins Montez Ford 1, 2, 3, and the LWO win. And
Uh,
so I guess
one thing I
Carlito's
do want
back
to
now.
say. One thing I do want to say, fucking, you know who they're thinking about adding to Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits group?
Who?
None other than Odyssey Jones.
Jesus Christ. I mean, they should do something with him. Man got drafted to fucking Raw months ago, and he's never appeared, I don't think.
Well, he had that amazing match with fucking Gunther. I don't know what you're talking about.
I I didn't see it.
It was on. It was at SummerSlam. Remember?
He didn't fucking face Gunther at SummerSlam. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he did. He had an amazing fucking match. It was a 5-star classic.
It's sad the fact that you're trying to fucking make an Odyssey Jones and Gunther match real when Gunther actually fucking wrestled Shanky and it actually looked like it was a banger.
Well, Shanky's not at the company no more. Okay,
I know.
so
Like, why release Shanky? They could have got rid of Odyssey Jones. At least Shanky was on TV before.
Odyssey Jones has had classics, Devon. All right, you can't.
Well, Shanky was out
Can't
here
say with a
having
straight
fucking
face.
barn burners in
Can't say with a
India.
straight face.
Can
Yeah,
fucking,
only in India.
Can fucking Odyssey Jones do the Vadi Vadi Vadi? I don't think so.
I'm sure he could do it.
Can Odyssey Jones rock the turban with a neck beard and a suit?
I'm sure he could do it.
Fucking, I miss Shanky, man. But so are they actually talking about adding him to that group?
Yes, that's actually a serious thing.
So are they legit just supposed to be like the new Hurt Business?
I don't know.
Fucking.
See, people online keep saying just because it's a group of just black men doesn't mean they should add more black people. That's not how this works. Stop adding black people. But WWE continues to just try to fucking add black people to the Hurt Business.
Well, according to Sean's View Entertainment, he thinks a good name for them would be Blackout.
Oh, no.
Because I remember he got in trouble on Twitter for saying that.
Oh, that's so racist.
Not according to Sean. He said he saw nothing wrong with that.
Well, fucking Sean's got that fucking Gen V penis, so I can't even.
You know, just because we're talking about Sean, I'm going to add that cringy ass picture he posted today of him decked out in all his John Cena gear. I'm going to put that in the thumbnail.
Oh no.
But, let me see if I can find it real quick. Sean's View Ent. Ew, he has multiple pictures of, like, him in different John Cena gears. I want, like, the current one. Is that the one I seen? Yeah, it is. I'm gonna send it to you.
Oh god.
Fucking, if I could find it. No, not camera. Gallery. There we go. It says it's sending. There we go. It's sent.
Oh no.
Like, what is
It's
that?
so cursed.
What is that face he's making?
I don't know. His eyes look so far apart.
But yeah, so Carlito is back. He's actually wrestling, and they made him a new T-shirt and gave him new entrance music. So he must actually be back now. So I'm excited for that. Hopefully he'll be in fucking 2K24. if not in the base game, hopefully as DLC at least. But
Hopefully.
but yeah, fucking so Carlito returned, which was cool, no pun intended. Um, then after that, we got the women's triple threat for the WWE Women's Championship, which was Io Sky defending against Asuka and Charlotte, because Charlotte has to have a title match at every single fucking pay-per-view. And excuse me. So before this was kind of weird. So they were doing an interview with Damage Control, and Bailey was like trying to talk about their strategy, and then Io like cut her off and said, "I don't need you guys out there tonight. I don't need your help. I got my own strategy." And so lately they've been doing this thing where Bailey and Io have been having like tension with each other, and Bailey's like putting Io in a lot of situations where she gets screwed over. So I'm thinking eventually they're gonna fucking turn on one another at some point.
Yeah.
So, excuse me. So Charlotte comes out first with this awful theme song. I don't know why that's her new theme. The shit goes like, it's like bow down to the queen, and then it starts playing.
Oh, that shit's been her theme since like fucking last year.
I know.
Like last year around fucking the Rumble.
I know, but fucking, I never actually sat down and listened to it until tonight. It's terrible.
Oh yeah, it's fucking terrible.
And fucking, she's terrible as well. But I'll get to that in a minute. Then Asuka came out, and then Io came out. And then we got this triple threat, which I will say I did enjoy it more than the triple threat at SummerSlam. Although Charlotte was still botching like everything she was botching. I don't know what is going on with Charlotte. She never used to botch this much. And it seems like ever since she's came back, she's just kind of been off and hasn't been the same. And the way she carries herself now and the way she wrestles is almost like she just doesn't care anymore.
She probably doesn't, honestly. You know they're gonna give her a couple more title fucking reigns though.
I know, which is what scares me, and I'll get to it in a minute. So
Soon.
this match itself, it was pretty good, mostly because Io and Asuka carried most of this match. It started off with Io getting taken down by Charlotte, and then Asuka spit the mist in Charlotte's face and hit her with the kick and tried to end it early, and then Charlotte was out for a bit, and Io and Asuka were doing most of the wrestling, and they work so well together. And then basically it would be where Charlotte would come in and like start taking everybody down, and then Io and Asuka would have to team up to take Charlotte out again. That was pretty much the whole match.
I mean, fucking Charlotte was having a 5-star classic with the floor.
Yeah.
So.
Fucking there was one spot where Io did a moonsault to the outside, Charlotte did a moonsault to the outside. There was one spot where Charlotte did like a Samoan drop from the top while Asuka powerbombed her.
Bars.
Then there was, I'm trying to think, fucking I know there was one part where Bailey came out because Io was laid out on the outside, and Asuka, I think Charlotte was putting Asuka in the figure 8, and Bailey came out, and her and Io started arguing, and then Io got kicked in the face. And then Bailey got up on the apron to distract the ref, and while the ref was distracted, Asuka started tapping out, and Io did a moonsault off the top onto Charlotte and pinned Charlotte 1, 2, 3, and Io Sky retains, which I was very happy about. But
you know Charlotte was about to win that. You know she was.
Which is what I'm about to get to, because the way they ended this, I know what they're gonna do, because they're gonna have Charlotte be like, oh, well, I made Asuka tap out, so I deserve a title match. And then they're at fucking, I don't know if it's gonna be a Crown Jewel or whatever. They're gonna do fucking Charlotte versus Io Sky for the title, and that scares me because I don't want Io to fucking lose.
Well, it's gonna happen eventually, Devon.
Fucking, it really doesn't need to, man.
It's better.
She
It's
has
better.
15 title reigns.
I know, but she's gonna have a couple more, you know, and it's better to just hail to the queen now instead of just fucking sitting there and regretting it later. Because I don't know. Like, I don't like Charlotte either, but like it's gonna happen. I've come to terms with that. It's gonna be a thing.
Why can't Charlotte just go to Raw, man? Fucking,
Because she likes SmackDown.
she likes fucking politicking to get goddamn title shots all the time. Fucking.
Well, I mean, she's got to be like her father. See, she can't do things for the boys, so she's got to do something like her father.
So, do you think that they'll finally stop giving her title reigns once she passes Ric Flair's record? Do you think that's where it'll stop?
Oh, hell no. No.
Or do you think it's gonna keep
No.
going?
It's gonna keep going.
So,
You know
you're
it's gonna
telling
keep
me
going.
once she gets to 17 and breaks the record, you're telling me that they're gonna keep going until it gets to like 50?
Probably, yeah.
Fucking. But, nevertheless, fucking Io wins. So I'll take my happiness now while I can get it. And fucking her and Bailey hug. And one good thing is why I'm thinking she's going to at least hold the title for a little while is apparently WWE really likes her as champion and they view her as one of their top stars. Which she absolutely fucking is. I'm glad they're recognizing that. Because fucking
You know who they also view as one of their top stars?
Charlotte.
Charlotte. Yeah.
Fucking, I don't know why. I mean, they also, to be fair, they also viewed Ronda Rousey as one of their top stars too.
Yeah, but we're not going to talk about that, Devin. All right.
Yeah, we talked enough about that on the SummerSlam review. But
Yeah.
so after that, we had this cursed ad that was like Sheamus driving a monster truck, and then they had a part where Butch and Ridge Holland were playing with WWE wrestling figures. It was really cursed.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Then they had a backstage segment where it was the Judgment Day. I don't think JD McDonough was there, but Damian Priest was like pissed, and he's saying that he fucking, that his knee is hurt or whatever, and he's like pissed that they lost the tag titles. And he's like grabbing his briefcase and he's saying, "Oh, I'm cashing in tonight. I'm cashing in tonight." And then fucking they're trying to talk him out of it, but he's not listening. And then Rhea Ripley walks up to him, because I guess she's just the leader of the Judgment Day now. I don't know when it switched from Damian Priest or Finn Balor being... Yeah, it was Finn Balor, because I remember they fucking turned on Edge and Finn Balor was the new leader. And now it's fucking Rhea Ripley. For some reason, it just switched.
I guess pussy power. I don't fucking know.
But so Rhea Ripley fucking is telling him, "Oh, you said that you were only gonna cash in when you were ready, and you're not ready now. Your knee is hurt, so you shouldn't cash in tonight," or whatever. And then he hands her the Money in the Bank briefcase and sits back down, because fucking, I guess everybody fucking has to bow down to fucking mommy. So, but
Some like that. Take it out of context.
fucking, that's what everybody fucking calls her now. So, but fucking, I would rather call Rhea Ripley mommy than to sit there and, like we were doing in the AEW reviews, and keep saying daddy ass all the time.
Yeah, that's fair.
But fucking so after that was the next match where we got well, first I'll talk about this because Pat McAfee came out, and it's a good thing Kyle wasn't there at this point. He came back though, don't worry, he came back. With a lot of convincing, I will say.
It took us so much to convince him to come back. We were lying, saying CM Punk and AJ Lee fucking return.
Yeah. Fucking. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention during that LWO match, it was sponsored by Pizza Hut for some reason, and
Yeah.
there was like Pizza Hut graphics everywhere, and it on the ring apron, it was hard to pay attention to the match because it said no one out pizzas the Hut, and it was like in bright ass white, and then fucking after the match, all of a sudden Xavier Woods brings a big dinner box from Pizza Hut over to Michael Cole and Corey Graves, and they open it and they start fucking eating Pizza Hut, and I was like, bro, that looks disgusting. That means I'm gonna have to put Pizza Hut in the thumbnail.
Yes, you are.
Fucking, does that mean I have to put Cyberpunk 2077 because they kept fucking advertising
Oh.
Cyberpunk every goddamn time, bro? And I was like, why would anybody buy this game with how broken it was?
Apparently, it's gotten a lot better. I mean, I bought it for $5, so I mean,
Yeah.
I still haven't played it.
But so Pat McAfee comes out, and honestly, this promo was kind of just because it wasn't really much of a promo. He just came out and was just saying, "Oh, I want to introduce the 16-time champion. Everybody welcome John Cena," and that was just kind of all he said. And then then he went on commentary, which I'll get to in a bit. So John Cena comes out, fucking, and I believe this is John Cena's first pay-per-view match since WrestleMania. So then, then fucking LA Knight came out, got a huge fucking pop. Apparently, they're calling him the mega star now or whatever.
Yeah.
Which honestly, Austin, I wanted to ask you something because I remember back when we reviewed NXT Vengeance Day. I believe that's when LA Knight debuted in NXT. I think.
Yeah.
And then when they had that fucking well, all the shit they did with LA Knight and NXT, I remember you saying at the time, like, that you were like a really big fan of LA Knight, and I remember you saying that hopefully one day, like, they treat him like a megastar. So now, all this time later, what do you think about what they're doing with LA Knight now?
I'm glad they're doing this with LA Knight because he's always been. I've always liked LA Knight. Because he had a great run and Impact when I watch, and then I don't know if you know this, he went to NWA and had the shittiest run possible,
Well,
like
I mean,
ever.
it's NWA, so I'm not surprised.
Well, yeah, and that was at the time where Nick Aldis is like fucking holding the title hostage too.
Yeah. Did you know Nick Aldis is in WWE now?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently he's like a producer or something. I didn't know that until the other day. Because I seen like one of the matches, they were like, oh, Nick Aldis produced this match. And I was like, when the fuck did Nick Aldis come here? Nobody fucking said nothing.
Yeah, fucking. But yeah, I'm glad they're treating him as he should be treated. I hated the fact that people were like, "Oh, he's like 40, he shouldn't be getting pushed," because that's what people were saying. Like, people were hating on them saying that he shouldn't get pushed because he's 40, and it's like, bro, like most of the top stars are in that age range, like.
Yeah.
But yeah, fucking, I'm glad that they're treating him right. Vince wasn't, I will say. Fucking, that was Max Dupree, that was fucking bad.
Oh my fucking god, I'll have to talk about this in the main event.
What?
Kyle sent a screenshot in the chat, he blocked Shinsuke on Twitter.
Oh my fucking god.
So
Why?
I don't know. But so after LA Knight came out, fucking Jey Uso, or not Jey, Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa came out with Paul Heyman, whose hair is like almost all white now, and they came out, and I like Jimmy Uso's theme, but I think I like Jey Uso's more. Uh,
Yeah.
so since the last review we did was SummerSlam, where we talked about how Jimmy turned on Jay. So what's happened since then is obviously Jay got moved over to Raw and shit because fucking Jimmy was saying that he screwed Jay because he didn't want Jay to become like Roman or whatever, and fucking Jay just got fed up with it and said he quit, and then fucking I think it was at Payback is where Cody Rhodes announced that fucking he pulled some strings and signed or got Jey Uso to be traded to Raw or whatever, which I still don't think they said who the fuck they traded to SmackDown for Jey Uso yet. But
Nope.
so fucking pretty much since then, Jimmy Uso's been doing this thing where he's like trying to be part of the bloodline again, but they don't. They're skeptical, and like Solo is just kind of like cold to Jimmy, even though Jimmy's like trying, but they're just giving him the cold shoulder. So that's pretty much the dynamic that it's been. This match was supposed to be John Cena and AJ Styles, but AJ got taken out by the Bloodline, so LA Knight got put in this match. Well, he put himself in it, rather. Oh, yeah, by the way, when LA Knight came out, he arrived in a fucking Slim Jim car. So, this match, it was pretty good. I think it was better than Cena's match with Austin Theory at Mania. And
Yeah, that one wasn't that long, to be completely fair.
I think, honestly, tag matches kind of fit Cena better now, just because I could tell when he faced Austin Theory that he was getting like really fucking gassed and shit, and you could tell like
Yeah.
he's starting to get old. So this definitely made him look a lot better, not having to wrestle the whole match. But Cena still got it. There was in the match where Jimmy tried to dab up Solo and Solo just ignored him, or like Jimmy would like tag him in and Solo would just like death stare him. Fucking, but fucking. Trying to remember what happened because all I can think of right now is just Kyle fucking screaming at the main event.
Fucking. Hell, I don't really know exactly what else happened. I think fucking. The last thing I remember that match because that's when Kyle came back in the middle of that match, and we were trying to calm him down, make him stay because Pat McAfee was on commentary. So the only thing I really remember was LA Knight punching both Jimmy and Solo, and the crowd every time he punches going yeah, 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 yeah. And then I remember Cena hitting the 5-knuckle shuffle, and then LA Knight hitting the BFT for the win.
Yeah. And then after the match, the Bloodline was walking up the ramp, and Paul Heyman was like talking on his phone, and I'm assuming he was talking to Roman Reigns because he said I heard him say, "My tribal chief, we got a real problem," and which I'm interested to see what happens with that because they announced that this Friday on SmackDown, Roman Reigns is returning for the first time since like what, SummerSlam almost.
Yeah.
So fucking. But that was pretty much that. Fucking LA Knight raised John Cena's hand, and then that was pretty much that. And then we get to the main event, which was Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the World Heavyweight Championship in a last man standing match. It's been a little bit since I've seen a last man standing match, and this one was probably the longest match of the night. And it was
Yeah.
honestly probably the match of the night by far. Not to say the other matches were bad. All the other matches were pretty good, but
It helped that Kyle was there to scream every time Shinsuke
yeah.
would hit a move.
Yeah, so Shinsuke came out wearing this like white jacket. He looked like a ghost. And then Seth came out wearing this weird like Versace attire with this really funny looking jacket. And then
Yeah.
they had this match, and pretty much the beginning of the match is Shinsuke working on Seth Rollins' back, because it's been a thing they've been talking about, how Seth Rollins is having like back problems, and it's why people are speculating that he's probably not going to hold the title too much longer. But so he Shinsuke kept fucking attacking Seth Rollins' back, and then Seth was able to counter some of it. They were fighting on the outside. Shinsuke was slamming him into the barricade, and then Seth ended up getting a kendo stick, and he started whipping the shit out of Shinsuke Nakamura. And I've been hit with kendo sticks, so I know that shit fucking hurts. That shit stings like really fucking bad. And then fucking they got more weapons. They got tables, a trash can, chairs. Fucking there was a ladder at one point. At one point they were fighting in the crowd towards the ramp, and they started going up these stairs, and Shinsuke ended up throwing Seth off the stairs onto this wooden box or whatever the fuck it was. And then they were fighting on the ramp, and there was one part by the ring where Seth Rollins exposed the concrete, and he went for a pedigree, and Shinsuke back body dropped him onto the concrete, which looked nasty. And then fucking Seth tried to put Shinsuke through the announce table, but Shinsuke moved out of the way. And then fucking Shinsuke, when they got back in the ring, went for a Kinshasa, missed, and hit the table that was in the corner, but he didn't go through it. And then Seth hit him with a curb stomp, but Shinsuke got back up. And Kyle was getting pissed because he was saying the referee was counting too slow.
He was counting normally.
Yeah. And then it was funny because when he would count Seth, Kyle would start screaming and saying that the referee was counting too fast. So then Shinsuke or Seth sets up a table on the outside, and Shinsuke starts beating on him with a steel chair, puts him on the table, climbs to the second rope, and does a diving knee drop onto Seth Rollins through the table. And then fucking one of the biggest spots of the match is Seth put Shinsuke on the announce table again, and he started climbing the ladder, and then Shinsuke started climbing the other side of the ladder, and they were fighting on the top. Seth tried to go for a superplex, but Shinsuke countered and spit a red mist in Seth's face and pushed Seth off the ladder, and Seth went through the announce table, and somehow he still fucking got up. And then they went back in the ring, and Shinsuke hit a Kinshasa on Seth through the table, and somehow Seth still fucking got up. I legitimately thought that Shinsuke was about to win his first world title. And then fucking they started fighting in the crowd again, and they're brawling through the crowd, and they went up on another wooden box thing, and Seth curb stomped Shinsuke on it, and then picked him up and did a Falcon Arrow off the wooden box through a table, and Seth made the 10 count, but Shinsuke did not, and he got counted out, and Seth Rollins retained the World Heavyweight title. And As soon as that happened, Kyle screamed yes so fucking loud.
Fucking our ears like almost fucking busted, bro.
Yeah. Fucking and that's pretty much how Payback ended. Or not Payback. I don't know why I keep saying Payback. Fucking
And you
Fastlane.
said,
Fucking but overall I think Fastlane was pretty good. Definitely it felt like a big pay-per-view, but you could tell compared to something like a SummerSlam or Survivor Series or whatever, you could tell this was one of those like lesser pay-per-views, I guess. I don't really know how to put it. But
yeah.
they did announce Crown Jewel is going to be on November 4th. So fucking I don't know if I'll be able to watch that cuz I might have to work that day. And then later that month is also Survivor Series as well. I believe on the 28th, right?
Yes. And then we shouldn't have a pay-per-view until the Royal Rumble after that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the only other thing they're going to have is NXT Deadline, I believe,
Yeah,
in
that's true.
December. But um but yeah, so Crown Jewel's coming up. I don't know what the fuck they're going to book on that. I don't know when Jade Cargill's going to have her first match. Fucking and I don't know what they're gonna do for Survivor Series, if they're gonna do the War Games stuff again, because they've been kind of teasing it. So we'll see. But that was Fastlane 2023. Do you think it was better than the last Fastlane they did?
Uh, Match-wise, only because Roman and Daniel Bryan was a really fucking good match. I don't think it was better
Mhm.
match-wise, but I mean, I did enjoy it, I will say.
Mhm.
That's my opinion, though. Also, Alexa
Al- Al-
Bliss.
Alexa what? What did you say? Alexa Bliss? What did you say?
I don't know. I don't know, man. Alexa Bliss pinning Randy Orton the way she did, kind of, you know, you know.
Yeah. Well, that was pretty much Fastlane. It was fun watching it. Uh, Shorter pay per view, I guess. At least it was shorter than SummerSlam, because my God, we were drained after SummerSlam. Um,
Yeah.
but uh, I'm excited to see what's gonna be built up for Survivor Series. So hopefully, we'll be able to review that again. Um, but yeah, so until then, that was Fastlane 2023. Is there anything else you want to say about it?
Nope.
Well, fucking, that being said, thank you for watching this review. Um, we will hopefully be back for Survivor Series. I don't know if we're gonna cover Crown Jewel again. I know we did last year, but I don't know about this year. But we're gonna try to do Survivor Series, because November is fucked, because of the holidays and work and shit. So we're gonna try, but um, that being
Yeah.
that being said, thank you guys for watching our Fastlane 2023 review, and we will see you next time for whatever fucking review is gonna come out after this one. I have no idea, but stay tuned.
Yep.